Good afternoon. So, the importance of wearing mask based on if you are an idealist person, everything on earth has a symbol. And I think I consider myself as one of the best idealists on earth. If you will tell you, wearing mask for me is a huge. It's a me personally. This is a symbol for me that if you're wearing mask, I'm happy to see you doing that as a whole, as a country, because you knew how to protect yourself. And I'm so proud because I strongly believe that at least once in my life, this kind of thing is, I'm the, it's a symbol of a salvation that I got for Michael and for the successful formula of salvation that I created since I was under 7 years old, and I got that last year. So I'm so thankful with that. Now, our topic to this afternoon is all about taking. It's all about hell or eternal fire in different aspects, and at the same time, taken from James 3:6, meaning to say, our it's said, and meaning, if you have a Bible, you can open it up, and it's clearly stated there that our tongue is also one of the sources of fire, meaning our voice can brought us to fire and also can brought us to fires. So there are, if you heard the word fires, all of the Christian world, Christianity world, they're afraid of that. And for me, we religious members are so losers or so kawawa or so unlucky because we are all afraid of that. And then it turned out for the others is money for them. Why I say that? Let's define hell. Hell or Inferno. If you guys meaning study, if you can Google or you can have an access with that Dante Alighieri. He's a writer, a famous writer in Spain. He was talking there. Even some priests, they are so very fond of describing what's the situation, sige lo. What's the situations when you are dead and you are going to hell. So that's what we are all afraid of, that at the end of the day, if you based my experience, avoiding hell, avoiding to be dumped in the lake of fire, that cost me millions of pesos. And although, meaning, the aftermath was that Michael, that we broke the code of the crucifixion of the cross, which is me under 13 years old. Personally, no one can subconsciously detect it in within me that I really wanted to break that, because I know that in the very young age, it's a game for be for any human being who can be labeled as God. Got it? Do you got it? So for me, and then based on that also, meaning I mentioned money, meaning to say, the moment that we are avoiding hell, the more that we are avoiding hell, in the religious, we are traumatized with that. And then it turned out, because that's the teachings of Jesus Christ and all the prophets and all the feeling God whatsoever. Avoid fire, avoid sins, this and that. The more that we avoid sins, avoid. There's a difference between avoid and meaning, you yourself, you are aware what you are doing, or acceptance of yourself, and also meaning precautionary, preventive to yourselves, that you know that whenever you created mistakes or sins, especially if you kill, if you rape, if you especially that kind of thing, wars, rapes, and killings, those are adultery, if your marriage, or commit suicides, those are the kind of things or actions done by human that when you violated rules and regulations, like in the US, meaning, so many blacks are killed by the police because they violated the rules and regulations, and intentionally, meaning, they have some wars. Anyway, it's all about the more we avoid it, the more that we are drawn to it. And then what's the aftermath? Because we are comfortable doing such, because we are all believing that we are saved. We are all believing that, it's God's purpose. oh, it's God's, meaning, anyway, when I'm killed, I'm going to heaven. So we all know heaven is a place called cemetery or grave, right? If you look at in the Bible, heaven is a place where you all are in rest. They said, when you are in heaven, you are not working anymore. You are in rest. No work over there. So what you're doing in that place? So, and meaning to say, you are just alone. Imagine how many people died in a massive killings. It's few, right? And then, are you sure that, meaning, if they were killed together, they are going to heaven? So heaven, of course, is the cemetery or grave. So that's basically our life, end of our life. So that's why I'm so inspired, and I'm so thankful with what Michael done for me, because he really taught me a lot of things in the afterlife, because unintentionally I went with him. There's something. Now, we're talking here physical heal. Physical heal means poverty. Can you consider that? Meaning poverty, meaning whatever you do in life, you're still poor. So many circumstances, you are poor. So like me, I don't have any more money. So why? So this is my situations is considered is, meaning, hell already, because I don't have money to buy food, right? Diseases, sickness, under accident, hospitalizations, all kinds of that, uh, considered, or you are a victims of killings and wars and oppressions, especially if someone steal your properties or anything that you own, somebody wanted to get it from you, or if your loving wife